Welcome to the Media Pros Show, the show that gives you quick, simple tips to grow your business by serving as an expert in the media. Learn how to get all the TV, radio, podcast, magazine, newspaper, and online interviews and media appearances that you want, and learn how to be great in those appearances. I'm Dr. David Geyer, orthopedic surgeon, sports medicine specialist, and media health and wellness expert. I'd bet that whatever expert you are, whatever type of expert you are, whatever type of work you do, whether it's a physician, attorney, dentist, chiropractor, financial planner, accountant, real estate agent, it really doesn't matter. Whatever you like to do, the reason you want to do media interviews is to grow your business and to grow your practice. I get it. That's literally the goal of this podcast, to help you do that. But your goal, growing your business, growing your practice, and getting more customers, clients, and patients, that can't be your goal going into each media interview. If you've listened to any of the episodes or several of the episodes of this show, not this one, but previous ones, you've heard me say over and over again that success in the media, especially success in the long-term media success, is all about building relationships. Building relationships with writers, with journalists, with reporters, with TV, radio, podcast hosts, with show producers. And building those relationships with those media people, it's all about creating win-win interactions. Now, the win for you is simple. You hopefully get an interview that allows you to share your message and hopefully attract more patients, customers, and clients. But how do you create a win for that media person? Well, here's a few steps or a few actions you can take to make those interactions a win for that media person. You can bring them interesting ideas for articles or topics for interviews. You can be available on a moment's notice to offer expert opinions and offer information on topics they don't understand, even if it's just for background and you're not going to be quoted in the article. Maybe by sharing the name and contact information for another expert who can speak about a topic that you're not really comfortable with. Maybe it's helping them attract listeners and readers and viewers. Maybe it's by making them look good by being great in that interview. You need to go into every single interview with the goal of helping the other person. I used to work with a media coach who over and over, when we'd be, talking, once a month or twice a month, she would always ask me or tell me to ask myself, considering one particular question. And it was this: how can I be a producer's solution? Now, she was helping me with TV. That's why she used producer, because that's who you interact with on TV. But whatever the medium is that you're trying to work with and work in, you can ask the same question. How can I be the reporter's solution? How can I be the host's solution? Think about how you can help that person, that media person, in every interaction, before, during, and after the interview. Focus on how you can help them in every email, in every pitch, in every phone call, in every social media retweet and share and mention of your upcoming interview. If you take that approach, you'll set yourself apart from all the other media experts out there doing interviews. You'll be liked by the reporter, the journalist, the producer, the show host. You'll become a valuable resource for them, and hopefully they'll use you over and over again in the future. But if you don't take that approach, and you take the approach that everybody else does when they do the media, then you'll actually have the opposite effect. Not only will you not build those long-term, mutually beneficial relationships, but your interview probably won't be all that successful anyway. If you go in not looking to share information that helps the audience and makes that media person look good, but instead you're trying to promote yourself and promote your product or your service, promote your business, it'll actually have the opposite effect. One of the reasons that media interviews work for experts to help them grow their business is that they provide a lot of credibility to that expert. And by offering information that helps that listener, that reader, that viewer, it helps them in some way in their lives, especially if you do it over and over again, eventually they'll grow to trust the information that you provide. They'll say, hey, you know what? I have that same problem. I have that same issue. And I like the way she talks. I like the way she explains things. She seems nice. Maybe I'll give her a call. And that doesn't matter if you're an attorney, real estate agent, accountant, financial planner, dentist, it doesn't matter. That credibility by offering information that helps the reader, the viewer, the listener in some way in their lives, that potentially is what brings you customers, clients, and patients. That's how you need to approach it. Long-term media success, again, isn't about just doing one interview. It's about doing them over and over again. If that viewer sees you on TV a lot, if that listener hears you on the same radio show every week, if that reader reads your newspaper column or sees you quoted in magazines and newspapers over and over again, that's how you become the go-to expert in your industry and in your field. One of the things I do with the clients I work with one-on-one is that you and I figure out how you can be the solution for a producer, a show host, a journalist in your town that has an audience that could be your potential ideal customer, client, and patient. And then we figure out how you can help them, how you can be available on a moment's notice for interviews, how you can be great in the interview to make them look good, how you can share interesting ideas for segments and interviews, how you can really help them in any way in their work so that they use you over and over again and you become the go-to expert in your industry and in your city or town. Now, as I always say on this show and in my coaching and on the Media Pros coaching website, I'm not giving you specific business advice. I'm not giving you medical, legal, financial, any kind of specific advice. If you have specific concerns or questions about your business, please talk to an expert in that field. But if you want to get more interviews and be great in those interviews so that, hopefully you do attract more customers, clients, and patients. Hopefully you do become the expert in your industry. I can help you become a media pro. Go to MediaProsCoaching.com. Click the button to sign up for a free 30-minute strategy session with me. We'll talk about your business and what you're trying to achieve, what your goals are for that business. Then we'll look for some simple strategies that you can implement right away to help you achieve those goals and hopefully far, far more. While you're there, get your free copy of the Media Pros Interview Checklist. Simple 5-6 page document with tips, whatever the media is that you're going to be doing an interview in, it gives you simple reminders that help you be great in that interview and hopefully you get asked back over and over again. And finally, remember, on your journey to becoming a media pro, please remember the words of former Success publisher and now business mentor Darren Hardy, who always would say, do fewer things more often and get better at them.